habits got me to almost 300 pounds, and good habits got me to losing over 110 pounds. Everything we do in life is habits. It is important on your weight loss journey to ensure that you have good habits to ensure that you successfully lose weight and keep it off. Today I'm going to talk to you about 5 bad habits you need to cut while losing weight eating Omad, also known as 1 meal a day. Quick background story on my journey. I started my weight loss journey off at 282 pounds. I got there through bad habits, through dealing with my emotions and my pain, my physical pain and emotional pain with the bad habit of eating, instead of fueling my emotions with perhaps better habits like journaling, exercising, eating good so I can feel good, and all of the good stuff. And I ballooned to 282 pounds after giving birth to my son, got an injury in the pelvic floor, manifested as back injury, and doctors didn't know what the heck was going on, so I pretty much fed myself into a coma. And then I managed to lose 60 pounds through keto and calorie counting. And then I ended up maintaining that weight loss for a couple years because I didn't understand the power of losing weight until now. Fast forward to September of last year, I ended up putting on a crap ton of weight because of bad habits. Again, I got into a car accident, dealt with a lot of chronic pain, and I pretty much fed myself into a coma, and I ballooned up to 229 pounds after getting down to about 209 pounds on my own. Now, this accident has been a blessing in disguise because it's the reason why I'm here sharing with you how to lose weight via 1 meal a day, and I've learned the power of dieting. In order to keep your weight loss off, you gotta understand how to diet. And Omad is a version of a diet. And dieting is basically the process of manipulating the scale to your desired result. And most of us want that scale going down. A few of us want the scale going up, but the majority of us want it going down. My channel is called Daniella Joy Weight Loss, which I will just cue in a quick plug-in. Hit that subscribe button to come join the fam as I share tips on weight loss and I share my journey while losing weight eating 1 meal a day. I got down to 169 pounds and the goal is to get down to 155 pounds, and my goal is to get shredded because there's tons of muscle underneath this body. So let's talk about 5 bad habits you need to cut while losing weight with 1 meal a day. Number 1, mindset shift. It's not literally 1 meal a day. It's basically a hack to keep you in a calorie deficit. All Omad is, it's a way to keep you in a calorie deficit by limiting the amount of time you eat. Now, there are 2 versions of Omad. There is the 24 or more method of Omad, which is fasting for 20 hours a day and having a 4 to 3 hour eating window. During this time, you want to ensure that you better be tracking your calories. And real Omad is fasting for 23 to 24 hours a day and consuming your meal within an hour eating window. So that's the mindset shift. Let's go into habit number 1. Stop eating too early. The biggest mistake people make on their Omad journey is eating too early. Now, there are a few people that prefer to do their Omad as a breakfast to breakfast fast or a lunch to lunch fast. If that fits your lifestyle, it is great. But for the majority of us, I highly recommend consuming your 1 meal a day 2 to 3 hours before you go to bed. Why? Because then you eat your meal and then you go to bed. You're not leaving a chance for you to go in and overeat. Because if you do that, you'll screw up your Omad. So it's important to do that. Don't eat too early. I've done it before on my journey where I ate a little too early, and guess what happens? I ended up getting bored and I ended up eating right before bed. So the key is to make sure you have the majority of your calories right before you go to bed, 2 to 3 hours. Now people say, well, why can't you can't lose weight eating your calories before bedtime, blah, blah, blah. Like there's all this stuff out here. I made this transformation literally eating my calories in the evening, doing a dinner to dinner fast or a 1 meal a day fast. Number 2, stop eating too long. People think just because I say 24 or more, that gives you leeway to eat everything you want within a 4-hour eating window. No, you don't do that. You just have a 4-hour eating window. Are you eating every single minute on that 4-hour eating window? No. You literally, this is how you do 24 or more Omad properly. You break your fast with a small snack, wait a couple hours, and then have the majority of your meal. I like to call 24 or more Omad and a snack, 1 meal a day and a snack. That's how you do it. You're not copiously eating, because the goal of Omad is to put you in a calorie deficit. It's all about being in a calorie deficit, and you are guaranteed to lose weight if you're a woman eating 1,200 calories on Omad. It's important to count your calories. Some people don't advocate calorie counting and they're able to lose weight. That's great. But in order to learn how to properly diet and lose weight and keep it off, I highly recommend everyone counting their calories, because eventually when you get to an ideal body weight, you're going to transition off of Omad. What happens to people is that they stop Omad and then they don't know how to properly diet. The same thing with keto. They just know how to count their carbs, but they don't know how to properly diet. They don't know how to keep themselves in a calorie deficit consistently. That's why I say it's important to count your calories while doing 1 meal a day. So the rule is with Omad, the shorter your eating window, the more weight loss you are going to get off. A half an hour eating window, you are guaranteed to be in a calorie deficit. An hour eating window might be pushing it. If you have a small snack within that hour eating window, wait a bit and then eat, then yes, you'll probably be in a calorie deficit. The shorter the eating window, the more you are in a calorie deficit. The longer the eating window you can, but you have to be able to make sure you're tracking everything within that 4-hour eating window. I had the most success with Omad while fasting being 22 hours per day. And I love the 20-hour fast because magical things happen with our body. Within a 20-hour fast, you're definitely hitting autophagy. You're definitely in ketosis, and some solid fat burning properties is going on. Also, when you fast that long, it limits the amount of time you're going to be binge eating and overeating. I actually use 1 meal a day as a tool to reduce my BED. I struggle with BED. That's why anyone out there who struggles with BED, count your calories, because calories is a self-check tool to help you not overeat. Just like how Omad, like you got to throw multiple tools at people who struggle with binge eating disorder. You literally do. I'm throwing in Omad, that's one tool. Another tool I'm throwing in is calorie counting. Another tool I'm throwing in is exercise, because exercise helps to reduce your appetite. I find it easier to stick to Omad on days that I work out than on days that I do not, because exercise after a while crushes your appetite. Like right now, I went to the gym. It is 3:34 p.m. I'm due to break my Omad fast in an hour and I'm not hungry. All I want to do is drink water. Number 3, you want to ensure that you prepare everything that you are going to eat before eating it. The worst thing you can do is start eating your meal without even consciously knowing what you're going to eat, because that's going to put you in a situation where you're mindless. You want to be mindful. You want to be in the moment. You want to be present while you're eating. The reason why people balloon to obscene amounts of weight, I'm guilty of that, is because we're mindless. We're just eating and eating and eating, and we're eating to satisfy a feeling that cannot be satisfied with food. It can be satisfied with food temporarily, but eventually that temporary hit subsides, and then what do you get? You're still left with the feeling, and you feel even worse about yourself because you ate more. So it's important to prepare your meal before eating it. Number 4, stop fearing the scale. Stop fearing the scale. The scale is your friend. You have to get acquainted with the scale. People who are successful on their weight loss journeys weigh themselves consistently. It's important to weigh yourself while losing weight so you know what is going on. If you're weighing yourself once in a blue moon, you are not getting enough data in order to adjust your calories or your activity level in order to ensure weight loss. I highly recommend anyone who's losing weight to get into the habit of weighing themselves daily. This will be a self-check system for you where the scale will not get out of control. Stop identifying with the number on the scale. You have to change your mindset around it. And the only way to do it is to expose yourself. It's literally exposure therapy here. That's a therapy that therapists use to help people get over their phobia. To get over your phobia, do it more. If you're afraid of public speaking, public speak more. If you're afraid of going on the scale, weigh yourself daily, and eventually it's not going to bother you. And I highly recommend everyone have a weight log where they're logging their calories and they're logging their weight. Number 5, one bad habit you need to cut off while losing weight with Omad is to drink your electrolytes. Drink your electrolytes. It's so important to get in the sodium and potassium while you're fasting throughout the day. Not only that, magnesium. And it's important to dose your food with sodium, potassium when you are eating. Why? Because food helps your body retain salt better. Why? As you're losing weight with Omad, you're going to be dropping water. When you're dropping water, you're dropping electrolytes. When you're dropping electrolytes, you're going to feel like crap. Your body needs basic electrolytes to perform basic cellular processes. The reason why people fail Omad is because they're not getting in electrolytes and they get all these symptoms and their body urges them to eat and then there we go. It's out the window. So it's important to get in your electrolytes. I like to have a big hot cup of water in the morning of sodium potassium in the form of real salt. I'm using real salt, which is my source of sodium, and a potassium source of salt called salt free, it's called. I have a video on this explaining it all. Go check it out when you get the chance. So yeah, these are 5 bad habits you need to cut while losing weight with Omad. I hope they helped you out. If you made it this far into the video, just drop in a bunch of clock emojis. And if you have not subscribed yet, hit that subscribe button as I'm sharing my journey with losing it with Omad. And yes, I will start coaching people very soon. In fact, I've already started. There will be an announcement come September, so if you want extra help, make sure you hit that subscribe button and hit the notification bell and smash that like button as it helps me out so you don't miss any updates on when I reveal my secrets. Anyway, send you guys mad love. Take care. Bye.